Hello everyone, welcome to another Hero Arts video. This is Jennifer McGuire. Today I have a fun technique for you that I've been doing for years and I just really like it, and it's great for one layer cards, and it's also great with some of the new stamp sets Hero Arts has come out with. I did this on a Hero Arts Kraft note card. I love these Kraft note cards because they've got texture, and when you stamp with white and add color, the color really pops. So I created like this banner of flowers going back and forth across my card, and it's really easy to do. I just grabbed something large and round. I actually am using the side of a foam tape roll here. You could use a plate if you wanted to, or freehand it, to create like a zigzag effect. I have a sketch that I created over on the left to kind of help me plan it out, but you could skip that step if you wanted to. And I also made sure I left enough room between two of the banners that I could stamp a greeting. Here's the stamp set that's new from Hero Arts that I'm going to be using on this card. I love all these small floral images that you can build up together. Now, as I do my stamping, I'm going to erase away a little area of my pencil, just enough to have enough room to do my stamping. I'm using the Hero Arts Unicorn white pigment ink. This is by far the best white pigment ink that I've ever used. And you just want to give medium pressure. If you press too hard with the pigment ink, sometimes it kind of oozes out the side of the stamped image. So just give it a medium amount of pressure. Now I'm going to go through and stamp along this banner, going from the top, zigzagging across to the bottom. I found this works better than just randomly stamping in different areas on the card. The reason is you might get stuck with little patches that need an image that you don't have an image that fits perfectly. So I find it's best to start in one spot and work your way along. Now you'll see I'm erasing as I go, and I'm being careful not to touch that wet white pigment ink. Pigment ink does take some time to dry, or you could heat set it to hurry it along. So you just want to make sure. That's one of the downfalls of pigment ink. However, one of the great things about pigment ink is this ink is sitting on top of the paper and it stays nice and vibrant even though we're stamping on a darker paper. So I'm just going through and filling in a variety of these little images. Now if you wanted to, you could just stamp this in just different color inks on a white note card. I just love the look of this white popped against this Kraft background. Now you could arrange these flowers to create a wreath by tracing a small circle, or you could do a heart or anything you want. You could even form the letters to create a large initial for a monogram card to give to somebody. So I went ahead and just stamped mine going zigzag back and forth, and there we have all the white stamping. Now this is drying pretty quickly for me, but if yours isn't drying, you could just zap it with a heat gun to finish it off. Now I've saved a little room here for the greeting. I love this little greeting because it fits inside of a wreath too. So if you arrange these flowers for a wreath, it would fit in there. So now that we've applied our white base of ink that we can add the color on top of, it's time to do our colored pencils. Now I normally have used Prismacolored colored pencils because they were by far the best quality colored pencils available. Well, there's a new line of colored pencils out and I wanted to give them a try. They're called Spectrum Noir Professional Colored Pencils. Now these work very similar to the Prismacolor that I've used for years. They're as smooth as butter, really rich in pigment, and they blend really well. You could use them with Gamsol if you wanted to, or just blend by coloring on top of each other, or using the white pencil, which I'll show you in a moment. One of the things I liked about this set of pencils, and what drew me to them, is there's actually 3 colors in a set together. So you see how there's 3 purples, there's 3 yellows, so that you can easily blend those together and there's no guessing game. I just thought that was something that was appealing to me. They have a variety of different sets. This is the primary set, and I'm also going to be using the essential set in here, which has a lot of flesh tones and other things. Anyways, you could use any colored pencils here. I just knew some people might ask about what I was using here. Now what I'm doing is I'm just adding some color wherever the white ink is, and I'm not completely covering the white ink either. I'm allowing some of it to show. I'm using about 2 or maybe 3 colors on top of each other, but I'm not spending a whole lot of time blending these. For 2 reasons. I think it kind of gives it an artsy look to leave it kind of incomplete. Actually 3 reasons. The second reason is it saves some time, and the third reason is I'm going to go over it with a white pencil here at the end, and that will help blend some of it. So you don't really need to take much time to really blend this perfectly. So I'm going through and I've picked a few different colors to kind of fill in the different areas here. If you want to, you can color off the white and the color will be intense against that Kraft background. I just decided I wanted to keep it on the white. That white serves as just a highlight for the colored pencil we're putting on top. Now, again, you could do this with any colored pencils you have. You could even steal your kids' Crayola pencils. Now, those won't be as buttery and won't blend as well, but you can totally get the same effect. So I encourage you to try whatever colored pencils you have on hand. I just love the quality of these, and it just makes blending so easy. So I've zoomed in a little bit so you can get a closer look at this. I have my white pencil now. I put all my color down. This is the cool thing about the white pencil that comes in the essential set, is you just scribble on top of the color that you have and it blends it for you. Now you could use Gamsol, but I don't like to use Gamsol on a Kraft note card. I just think this white does a great job blending together what's there. So just try going over your colors with the white and it helps to blend it. Now I'm going in with an orange and adding some highlights to the center of the flowers. You can see it's pretty quick and easy to do. I did this card in about 15 minutes of coloring, and boy is that coloring therapeutic. So now that I have my flowers all done, I decided I wanted to add some highlighting to my greeting just to make it pop also. So I'm going through and putting a light base of yellow and then just a little bit of an orange highlight to it also. So you can see this is really quick and easy to do. You don't have to take great care making it perfect. That's part of the fun of using the colored pencils on top of the white stamping on the Kraft note card. Now you can see how the color just really pops against that background. Now I decided to go with a floral look here, but a Kraft note card in this technique is great for a masculine card. So you could pick some masculine images, stamp it in white, and add coloring on top of it. And I really think it's a great, simple card that you can create for a guy in your life. Thanks for stopping by for another Hero Arts video. I hope you enjoyed this technique. Be sure to stop by our blog if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching.